Ah, now there's an idea. Oh, just a moment, please. I need to jot this down.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life. Wouldn't you agree? I better get you some alpacas. Once they haul everything over to Snezhnaya, should I sell it?
Ah, traveler. As it happens,
A letter? From who?
Dear Diary, I'm Kale. I work as a trainee forest ranger under my master, Tainari. I'm also studying at the academia. I've been getting better and better at reading lately. Mr. Alhaitham says that the written word is a crucial medium for exploring the world and understanding oneself. That's why I decided to start this diary. That said, what should I write about? Things are pretty quiet in Sumeria these days. Life is good. Every day is a fulfilling and happy one. When I think back to the days when I suffered from Elazar, or way back to when I was injected with God remains, I am in a much better place now. I hope I'll leave it there for now. Master said he'll take me shopping in Sumeru City today, which is great, because I've been meaning to visit the toy seller at the Grand Bazaar for a while now.
Kale, time to go.
Yes, Master! Huh?
What's wrong, Kale? Is there something on my face?
No, sorry. I didn't mean to stare. Did Master Tainari send you to pick me up?
Master Tainari? What are you talking about? Tainari is the General Mahamatra. He's probably busy arresting criminals in Sumeru City. I mean, if that's what floats your boat, I can introduce you, but...
Wait, Master Tainari is the General Mahamatra? But what about Mr. Sino?
Sorry? Oh, you mean that guy who just joined the Vahumana Darshan? Rumor has it he's the leader of the Temple of Silence. If that's true, it's pretty impressive. Sounds like you've been getting to know more and more people since you...
What's going on? Sethos is acting like he's my master, and Master Tainari has taken over Mr. Sino's job. Is this some kind of prank? If so, it's a weird choice of prank. But anyway...
Hey, you're zoning out again. I'm gonna buy some tools for the Rangers. Why don't you stretch your legs a bit? It's been a while since you last visited the city, right?
Wait! He's right. It has been a while since I last visited Sumeru City. Was it always like this? I mean, it feels familiar, yet somehow... something seems different. Is this really Sumeru City?
Hey, did you see who just walked by? Hey, did you see who just walked by? Would you like some fruit?
How will I ever save enough money to buy that custom-made axe with floral carvings from the blacksmith?
It takes courage to maintain a peaceful... It takes courage to maintain a peaceful life, too. Hello, my name is Hussein. I'm responsible for managing It's always one thing after another.
When I grow up, I'm gonna join the Eremites and
I heard that Sage disappears without...
Lord Kabe Bay, did you get a chance to review this month's accounts?
You mean the version you sent over a few days ago? I was thinking that maybe our profit margin is a little excessive. I visited some of our commercial...
Are you suggesting that we give up some of our profits for them?
Well, since we have more than we need, yes. Making money for its own sake is pointless. Also, about that designer you hired. I've had to revise his proposal 3 times now, but he just doesn't seem to... Let's cut our losses. Pay him his fee and send him on his way. I'd like you to get Layla on this instead. She was Cyrus's student, and she designed the Palace of Alcazarzare. Who's sneaking around over there?
Mr. Kave?
Do you recognize this person, sir?
Yes, it's all right. We've met. This is Kale, Sethos' trainee. He brought her along the last time I went for drinks. What brings you to the city, Kale? Is your master...
No, this is all wrong! Why is Mr... This can't be real. I have to ask someone else. There's gotta be someone else out there who still remembers the truth.
Hey, wait! Don't run off! How strange. What's go...
It's like everyone switched places. I guess I'll keep looking around.
Remember a while back when I was... It's infuriating...
Please, calm down, Lord Kave. Maybe it's for the best that the proposal wasn't approved. Weren't you planning on paying for the renovations out of your...
You're right. It's his loss if he doesn't want to work with me. Let him live out the rest of his days in an... Anyway, enough about that killjoy. There's supposed to be a show at the Zubair Theater today. Are you guys free later? Tickets are on me if you want to join.
Lots of visitors today, I see. Welcome all. It's been a while.
Hey, Rahman. You know that guy who sells face powder on Treasure Street? I haven't seen him around in a while.
Oh, you mean a Hongar? Yeah, he got into a brawl with Shavirme on Treasure Street.
Seriously? Oh, well, that's a shame. I was planning to pick out some makeup.
Oh, don't worry about it.
The legendary Flame Mane discussing makeup with the Zubair Theater.
Flame Mane? You know, I'm not actually sure when people started calling me that. Maybe the other Eremites thought I needed a fiercer title. To be completely honest, I think the title would fit you better than me, Dia.
You think? Can't say I've never imagined myself as a merc. If I ever give up the dancing, maybe I'll head to the desert.
You would?
Is that so strange?
Oh, not at all. In fact, I've actually had similar thoughts before. I've adored the dance of Sub-Zeros ever since the first time I saw you.
Really? If our manager Sataria heard you say that, she'd hold you to it. Hey, when that day comes, I'll do your makeup myself.
Sure. If the day comes,
Everyone I know, everything I've ever known. Suddenly it's all a jumbled mess. The question is, who's right? Them or me? Oh, my head feels so heavy. I can't think straight.
Nilu, have you been to...
You mean Faruzan, the guardian of Auru village? I saw her not too long ago. She seemed completely absorbed.
No change there, then. I'll have to catch up with her the next time I'm out that way.
Alright, not a single Mora short. That covers you for this month's rent. What a relief. I was worried the design fees I received this month. Well, next time, don't fret. Just let me know and I'll give you a few days' grace. We've known each other long enough for that. Yeah, I can't explain it. I just feel more inspired at night. Once I get... But what about you? I keep hearing you sighing these days. Is everything okay? Well, it's just... Don't you think this house is a little small? I guess I should be used to it after living here for so many years. But for some reason, I've been feeling claustrophobic recently. I want to move... Once I've made enough Mora, I'm gonna buy a huge new house. As big as... that sounds... True? I'll never be able to afford it on a scribe's salary alone.
Mahamatra Tainari, we've apprehended the suspect.
They say that the fool is prone to blind faith, but the wise man is not immune to it either. Siraj, do you have anything to say in your...
Tainari, you were the one who turned the sages against me. Just a few words of caution from you was all it took to destroy my research. And now you're trying to stop me again? You should know that mechanical life is the future! We must cast aside our youth—
That's enough. I'm not in the mood to listen to your loon. Karina, Ilias, put him somewhere safely out of the way.
Yes, sir.
Next on the agenda is...
Master?
What is it? Wait, did Professor Zahahati send you? She's been encouraging me to take on an apprentice. Might be getting a bit ahead of herself there, though.
No, Master! It's me! Kale! Listen to me. Something really weird is going on in Sumeros. You're not the General Mahamatra. You're a Forest Watcher. Just yesterday, we agreed to come to Sumeros City.
All right, there's no rush. Your name is Kale, correct? Although this is our first meeting, you do seem strangely familiar somehow. Is there...
No. Master!
What is it? Did you have another nightmare? I've told you before, when you're tired, lay down on your back in bed and get some proper sleep. It's much better for you than napping on your front. Poor Pop... Now, we're supposed to go shopping in Sumeru City today, remember? Cheer up. I'll take you to Hushang's. I heard he's got some new toys in stock. Go wash your face, take some deep breaths, and when you're ready, we'll head out.
Okay. Thanks, Master Tainari. So it was just a
And yet, dreams can sometimes be a warning of things that will soon come to pass.
Who said that?
That dream felt unusually real, didn't it? Here's my suggestion. Since you're heading into Sumeru City, and just to be on the safe side, I think you should also inform your 2 traveler friends who once helped save Sumeru. I'd write them a letter if I were you. Time is short. A storm is coming from beyond the bounds of fate.
What a strange situation. No wonder Kale was in such a rush to write us a letter. Imagine waking up one day to find that everything around you has changed. Let's get to Sumeru and find out what the heck is going on.
Rev the engines!
Traveler! Paimon! Thank goodness. I'm so glad you made it. Of course! We won't let anything happen to you, Kale. So, what's going on in Sumeru City? Looks like lots of people are moving or something. Yeah, I was just gonna say. After I wrote my letter, Master and I went to Sumeru City and told the Dendro Archon everything that I experienced, from start to finish. She was silent at first. It seemed like she was deep in thought. Then the next day, we got told that she was ordering everyone to leave Sumeru City immediately and move to Caravan Rebot. The entire population of the city has to move?
Not just Sumeru City. The evacuation also includes Lokapala Jungle, Avidia Forest, Ashavan Realm, and Ardravi Valley. Basically, everyone living in the rainforest must temporarily relocate to Caravan Rebot.
Holy smokes! That's crazy!
Yes, it's quite an operation. Even if people only bring the bare essentials, the scale is... They've requisitioned almost all the Sumpter Beasts in Sumeru for the task, including the entirety of Dori's Sumpter Beast Park. The Dendro Archon said that what Kale experienced was not a dream, but a warrant. After our meeting, She immediately summoned the 6 sages to analyze the situation and discuss countermeasures. They concluded that the events seen in the dream are very likely to become a reality, and that an unknown danger— please keep that to yourself. We don't want to cause widespread panic. The official reason they've given is a large-scale renovation of the rainforest ecosystem. People are skeptical, but there haven't been any major incidents. So far, at least.
The Dendro Archon seemed really worried when we spoke to her. She said you can go visit her in the Sanctuary of Surasthana when you arrive. She also said she'd hold out until the very end.
Tighnari? Kale? You got a minute? I need a hand here.
One moment, I'll be right. As a forest watcher, I've been tasked with assisting with the relocation work. This will be the final group of evacuees from Sumeru City. While they're away from home, they'll be heavily— Thank you for coming in our time of need. As you can see, another crisis is upon us.
Excuse me, sorry to trouble you, but could you help an old man find his medicine? It's bare.
Where's my mom? Where did she go?
Don't worry.
Those items are worth a small fortune. Make sure you store them so—
I bet you thought you'd get away with this in the chaos, huh? Guess again. No petty thief gets past me.
We should go help the evacuees. See you around.
I'm so glad that you believed me and came all this way to help. It means a lot. Please stay safe.
Don't worry. We may not know exactly what's going on yet, but as long as we stick together, we'll find a way through this. Goodbye! Look after yourselves!
Will do. See ya!
Paimon's not sure how she found the words to comfort Kale because, honestly, she's kind of— Let's head to the Sanctuary of Surasthana and see Nahida.
Who goes there? No unauthorized access to the—
Are you blind? It's the Traveler and Paimon. Surely you've seen them before.
Huh? Oh, so it is. I'm sorry, I haven't been sleeping well lately. My nerves are a little— The Dendro Archon is in a very vulnerable state at the moment. Mahamatra Sino is concerned that our enemies might choose this moment to strike. So he's ordered us to—
Just seeing you two again already puts our minds at ease. Please, enter. I'm sure everyone's—
Traveler, Paimon, you may—
Aha! Perfect timing. Reliable.
Oh, it's good to see everyone again. Kale gave us a rough idea of what kind of danger is Sumeru City in exactly. And
At this stage, we can't be certain. We're investigating.
I take it that Kale told you about her strange—
yeah, apparently everyone in Sumeru City was acting super weird.
That's right. Kale and Tighnari reported the situation to the Dendro Archon. She believes that it wasn't merely a dream.
It's a reasonable inference. Only through Irminsul can people's memory and cognition—
We don't know why Kale would dream of these things, nor who was trying to warn her. The Dendro Archon decided to connect to Irminsul to investigate more thoroughly.
Irminsul is connected directly to the ley lines. The tree serves as a central hub, but something has gone awry, severely compromising the performance of this core. Information is bottlenecking inside Irminsul.
In short, the souls of the dead will be stranded, while the living have their sense of reality warped. In the long run, Kale's dream could well become a reality. And that's just the beginning.
I have come this far to use my death to open the gates of...
Faced with a growing backlog of information, the Dendro Archon decided to connect herself directly to Irminsul.
But it is an almost impossible task. Individual brains aren't equipped to deal with the sheer volume. And for a god, even for a god, the suffering...
The Dendro Archon's power originates from Irmin. On top of that, she's subjecting herself to the grueling task. And despite all of this, she is somehow finding the strength to investigate the Irmin...
I finished analyzing the latest data. Looks like our working theory was wrong. There's no signs of Irminsul having been attacked from the outside.
So it's internal then? Some sort of disease, perhaps? No.
Sino? What is it?
Not long ago, I got a tip from the Core of 30 that a large number... At first, I suspected that they might have something to do with all this. So I sent some people to investigate. But if Irminsul...
Don't you think there are more important things to worry about right now than guessing who's behind all this? It's been over 12 hours with no new intel. If even the Keeper of Irminsul is this badly affected, you can imagine how bad things are in there.
Dendro Archon.
What's wrong?
Her breathing is weak, and her elemental energy...
Looks like it's time to move to the backup plan.
What's the backup plan?
Get out of the city and take the Dendro Archon with us. The entrance to Irminsul is directly beneath the sanctuary of Sur...
The Dendro Archon has a very strong connection to Irminsul. But theoretically, this connection should grow weaker with distance. Under normal circumstances, she can unleash her full power here. But with Irminsul out of control, our first priority is to get her away from here.
The situation is critical. There's no time to deliberate. Everyone in agreement?
I'll deal with it. I'll also let the Matra and the Core of 30 know to start evacuating. Let's go. No sense grieving when there's nothing more we can do.
Agreed. We'll be back as soon as this...
The last group of civilians has been safely evacuated. Dendro Archon's carriage will travel with them. Sino and Hat Guy will protect the convoy. With the Dendro Archon in a coma, we've lost our means of it, and with Irminsul still deteriorating...
Stop moaning, Cyrus. We're the teachers here. We should be showing a little more confidence, don't you think?
A wise judgment.
Let's move out to Caravan Rebot.
Sir, all units are in position.
Good. Everything is going to plan.
Interfering with Sumeru City is a necessary step, so we need to speed things up here, too. We don't want to keep our client waiting, do we?
No, sir. You have my word. Everything will be completed on schedule.
They say that fervent ambition attracts the fate, but we appear to be the exception. So, is our ambition not strong enough?
Full throttle!
How is the Dendro Archon?
Her breathing is steady. I prepared some therapeutic incense for her, but it hasn't had much effect. Her vitals are still very weak. Based on the information you've provided, I have a working hypothesis. Her condition is partly due to Irminsul's influence, and partly due to a physiological imbalance caused by the rapid depletion of her power. Elemental energy usually flows through the body at a relatively constant rate.
Is this similar to the ley lines? Overloading and withering both direct.
Correct. From a biological perspective, if you overexert yourself, you pay the price with your life. The Dendro...
Is there any way to restore her health? I know the ley lines have strong self-healing abilities. As long as any blockages or pollutions are dealt with, they can quickly regain their vitality. But what about people?
Before we think about that, there's a bigger predicament to resolve. Restoring the Dendro Archon's power requires us to heal Irminsul first. But that will be extremely difficult without the Dendro Archon's power.
Oh, Paimon's already getting lost here.
Master Tighnari and Sino look so serious. I've not heard Master speak in this tone for a long time.
Tighnari.
Master Nephis, sages.
Tighnari, haven't seen you in ages. Have you gotten taller? Or did your ears get longer?
Hopefully the former, Uncle Baladuri.
Sino, where's Professor Cyrus? I thought he'd be with you.
He went out into the wild to investigate the situation. He said that the Irminsul anomaly will likely start to affect the real world soon.
He shouldn't be trotting around alone at his age. Which way did he go? I'll look for him later.
Would someone mind introducing us?
Ah, yes, of course. Allow me to do the... I'm sure we're all familiar with the Traveler and Paimon. They're the heroes who helped foil Azar's conspiracy, and these gentlemen and I are the 6 current sages of the Academia. Balduri and I are part of the Old Guard, while the other 4 took office after Azar and his clique fell from power. We have Sage Elkindi of the Spontamod Darshan, Sage Farnas of Kasharawar, Rataoist Sage Shakir, and finally Harabatot Sage Rusht.
Nice to meet you all.
I've heard much about you. Delighted to finally meet you.
You're younger than I imagined for...
Once we're on the other side of this, could we get a photo together? My daughter has a friend named Isak. He's always talking about you two.
Of course! No true hero would deny a child their...
Back to business. So with the debt, we need to come up with a plan as soon as possible. Farnas.
Well, firstly, having reviewed the data, I'm inclined to agree with your assessment. This doesn't look like an attack on Irminsul from the outside. Rather, it resembles a malfunctioning machine. That being said, before we consider how to fix it, we need to understand precisely what has gone wrong.
We have no direct access to Irminsul. However, we might be able to gather the information we need. Wait, is that what Cyrus is up to? No wonder he ran off to research in the wild. Curse is always one step ahead of me,
I heard that while in the sanctuary of Surasthana, the Dendro Archon had to serve as the central information hub herself.
This is a clear sign the situation within Irminsul might be far worse. Irminsul is vital, not just to the safety of Sumeru, but to all of Teyvat. We must be the ones to bear responsibility for this world. To be on the safe side, I think we need to consider some backup plans.
Are you saying we should consider a scenario in which Irminsul is completely destroyed?
I'm merely pointing out...
You have a valid point. But until worse comes to worst...
Kale, I understand that you were the first to foresee this crisis.
Of course, but even I don't know how I came to have that.
If there are no signs of external damage, could it be a stress fracture? Metals tend to suffer from this issue with long-term use, and Irminsul has existed for centuries, after all.
It's possible, but surely a stress fracture would be more likely to cause a complete shutdown rather than chaos.
Sages, General Mahamatra, sorry to interrupt, but something has come up.
What happened?
Some citizens didn't believe that Sumeru City was really in any danger. They slipped away and hid during the...
How many people are we?
About a dozen. Sakura found them while on patrol, but they appeared to be suffering from... By the time we arrived, there were only 2 survivors. One was unconscious.
Where did this happen?
Near Yasna Monument.
That's not far from Caravan.
Master.
I know. The Irminsul anomaly is beginning to have effects in the world. I didn't expect it to spread to Yasna Monument so soon. It almost feels like we're being...
Sir Cyrus said the same thing. He sent me back to report in while he continues investigating.
I'll go join him.
Count me in too. Don't let my age fool you. I can still fend for myself.
Very well. Meanwhile, the rest of us will continue discussing our next steps.
Get back soon.
Take care of yourselves. It's getting dangerous out there. I thought we'd be...
If the Irminsul too are...
Essential supplies, if we move to the desert.
Don't be nervous, Kale. I just wanted to ask. Dreams so vivid, they seem real. Filled with strange or dangerous things that you cannot explain.
Let me think. There was one time... I don't remember... Fire.
Fire?
Yeah. I wish I could give you more details, but... all I remember is...
I doubt this dream was a mere coincidence. Perhaps it was some kind of prophecy? And yet...
Thank you for everything.
Don't worry about me. I'm fine. But if you...
I only just got appointed as Grand Sage. And now, looking back now, I don't think, now that I'm the Grand Sage, I have...
It's only natural that you want to do the best job you can. But, Master, we both know perfection is impossible.
You're right.
We left in such a hurry that I didn't bring any sun lotion, but I'm
Of course. Like anyone else would fight tooth and nail for the chance to research by my side. But you couldn't get out the door.
If you'd pulled a move like that, I would have reported...
You wouldn't give me a second chance? What about...
No, Master. I would not...
Very good. Then I taught...
Rev the engines!
Please, don't go any further. As you get closer to Sumeru City, there's no knowing what dangers you might encounter.
So this is our mentally disturbed man?
I'm going to gut you all!
Cyrus, you didn't even bring a single guard? Do you think you're some sort of warrior?
It's fine. Come here and look at this.
Oh, it's...
That's right. Flowers that bloom from openings in the ley lines, indicating...
I don't believe I've ever seen a color like this before.
Did you discover it nearby?
Not just here. Way over there, too. They're everywhere. There's even more in that direction.
How did you ascertain the situation further ahead? Didn't you just say that we can't go beyond this point?
Yes. This area is relatively safe so far, but if you continue forward, delusions will start afflicting your mind. However, some vision-bearing mercenaries were able to maintain their sanity a little better.
Sino, do you remember the class I taught on dissecting ley line blossoms?
I do, Professor. I received full marks in that course.
Good. After all these years, it's time to put that knowledge into practice. There must be anomalous information hidden within these blossoms. Alkindi, I'll need your help as well. Been a while since we worked on a project together, hasn't it?
Sure has. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get to work.
Anything we can do to help?
Will you need my help?
All right, well, don't go too far. There's too many
Let's regroup at Caravan Rebot later. Don't worry if you don't show up. I'll come and find you.
That should be the heart of Oasis. All we need to do is light it with the fire seed, and the damage it suffered internally will also slowly begin to heal. What is it? You thought of something? Really? Let's get back and tell the others!
Whew. Glad to see you've returned safe and sound.
Any longer and we would have gone out looking for you.
Well, this is a nice surprise.
We've made some progress, so let's start by giving you and Paimon a quick update.
By dissecting the ley line's blossoms, we've been able to deduce that although Irminsul is experiencing an anomaly, it has not completely rejected access from the outside. The Dendro Archon has the power to connect to Irminsul, but there's also another way. I assume you recall the devices everyone was wearing when you first...
Devices? Oh, wait. You mean...
The Akasha terminals?
That's right.
Of course! It's been so long, Paimon almost forgot all about the Akasha. Wasn't it shut down, though?
Yes, but although the system isn't currently operational, the technological infrastructure is all still there. And it turns out that a certain someone gets so bored at work that he's actually read through every single one of the instruction manuals.
No prizes for guessing who that was.
If praising others is that embarrassing for you, you can simply spare yourself the ordeal.
As much as it pains me to say anything nice about him, there's no denying his intelligence. The Akasha is exactly what Sumeru needs at this moment. Between us, we should have all...
But if I recall correctly, doesn't the Akasha need a gnosis to function?
That's exactly right. The Akasha relies on the Gnosis as a power source, and in its absence, we'll need to find... Mainly to the Temple of Silence. Ring any bell? It's the only major institution in Sumeru dedicated to preserving the knowledge of King...
I agree. There's a good chance.
Master Nephis and the other sages have discussed it. As the chaos from Irminsul continues to spread, Caravan Rebot, we have to move into the desert next. The scholars and sages will head to the Temple of Silence.
The Eremites will keep everyone safe during the journey, and Candace will be there to receive us at the village.
This leaves us just one thing to worry about.
That Dendro.
She's very weak.
Huh. Wow. Luckily, the Traveler had a...
Really?
Wow. Nice one, Traveler.
What say our Amorta experts?
Theoretically, it's feasible. In which case... As long...
It wouldn't be difficult for her at all. The only problem is convincing her to help.
Yeah! Even though she wasn't exactly friendly the last time we met, she didn't refuse to talk with us. When she realizes the danger that Nahida is in, surely she won't turn a blind eye to it.
Either way, we're not exactly spoiled for choice here.
Hey, it's better than having no options at all.
I agree. Without Irminsul's aid, the legendary Dendro Dragon, there's no time to lose. I'll bring this proposal to Master right away. The academics will go to the Temple of Silence to look for a solution to the Akasha problem. The Eremites will escort the civilians safe.
There's still a long road ahead, and no knowing if we'll make it. But at least we have a direction now.
If there are no objections, then let's... No matter the distance between us, there will always... No. This one's from King of Invocations, the sequel.
What's the difference?
The sequel's much cooler.
Couldn't agree more. Well, it was very apropos. Once this is all over, I'll give everyone a copy of King of Invocations and the sequel. Come on, let's get...
One with nature.
Tainari has brought me up to speed. But we can't proceed with everything right away. You two, please go on ahead with the Dendro Archon. Let's rendezvous at the Temple of Silence.
No problem. We got this.
Words can't express my gratitude, so let me just say.
All right, let's get going. If Paimon remembers correctly...
Traveler, Paimon. Could I borrow you guys for a moment?
Kale, what's the matter?
Well, the thing... Master Tainari once told me, after you raise a problem, you should think about how to resolve it. But ever since I had that, I tried my best to keep up with the conversation, but there was so much new information, I couldn't take it all in.
Huh. Paimon knows but fear not. Everything you need, it's got tons of info about all the things we've seen and heard on our adventures. Some parts are a little simplified, but hopefully it'll... You see? Being the greatest guy, Paimon doesn't always understand the things you're talking about with other people. Whenever that happens, she notes
this is perfect. Could I borrow it?
Sure. Matter of fact, you can keep it if you want. Paimon, the spare copy was originally meant for the Traveler. Paimon used to worry that one day he might not need a guide anymore, so she wanted to have a gift for him. But it doesn't seem so necessary nowadays. We have so many...
Thank you so much. But still, these are your treasured memories. Anyway, that was all. I won't keep you any longer.
See ya! All right, time to bring the Hida to see a Pep. Actually, never mind. In a pap-sized, Nervalet's probably one of those dragons who's grown too close to humankind. They might end up fighting for all we know.
Full throttle!
I had a feeling your kind might come calling. The ley lines are in disarray. Something has gone wrong with Irminsul yet. Even from a great distance away, you who took our home from us, prepare to watch as your own world is plunged into oblivion.
This isn't a joke, Apep! Nahida's in grave danger! Can you please help?
Is she now? Then do explain. For what reason should I lend Boor my assistance?
Apep, if you truly despise gods and humans, well, after the great humiliation of being helped by a god in the past, shouldn't you be jumping at this chance to balance the scales?
Now that is a compelling reason. When El Ahmar plotted against me and I was tortured by forbidden knowledge, it was Boor who saved me from agony. And though I regard with shame the pity of my enemies, to receive aid without repaying it would likewise tarnish. Oh, tiny Boor, puny humans.
Whoa! It's happening again! We're gonna get sucked in!
It is done. The heart of Oasis is supplying her with... But I should warn you. Booer's existence is closely intertwined with Irminsul. Spare me your words of gratitude. You may also spare me your feigned... A dragon's sovereign's power is far greater than you can imagine. While I was indeed weakened when the heart...
Oh, good to hear.
Ever held in high favor, I see.
Oh, well, you know.
The compliment was sincere. Simply accept it. I did once. That tree was not planted by the heavenly principles. Irminsul
What?
There was a time when it belonged to Tevat, to dragonkind. Its appearance and function then differed greatly from today. The ley lines flowed within the heavenly principles usurped and refashioned Irminsul, made it serve humanity, and used it to anchor the fate of the world. Yet in the end, heavenly principles, God of gods. It makes me sick. The enmity between your kind and mine can never be bridged. As things stand today, holding a grudge against you would serve no purpose. But there will come a day when we reclaim this world for ourselves. The opportunity will arise no matter how long we must wait. I can already sense that far away from here, the Hydro Dragon has wrested his authority from the hands of the usurpers. Though we have yet to meet, I know that we are both preparing for our revenge day and night.
Uh-huh.
I hear a great disturbance out there.
Huh? What is...
Sandstorms come. Another calamity approaches. You both seem Booer is safe with me. Once she has recovered, I shall return her to your side.
Oh, thanks again. Take care, all right?
I told you already I have no need of your feigned concern.
Nahida, you're awake!
Cease your interrogation. Yes, she awoke for a brief moment, but she has now lost... Take it. We shall talk more at another time.
Where the heck are we? Did you just dump us in the middle of nowhere? Wait, no, Paimon remembers now. The Temple of Silence is over that way. Come on, let's go find the others.
There's no need for everyone to stay here.
Yes, Mahamat.
Sino, what's going on?
You're back. How is the Dendro Archon?
What a relief.
It's the Jinn. Countless Jinn have stirred up... Tainari and Kale have returned to Aru village to help. The Jinn are being highly aggressive.
It's just one thing after another.
As I see it, the only
Gurabad?
Baladuri could explain in more detail if he were here. The desert.
Gorabad is, for me, a fated land. I must therefore return, my master. I am sorry that I couldn't stay by your side for long.
Leilupar. Yeah, we once said goodbye to a friend there. Well, maybe not a friend exactly, but someone we met on the road, and if we can find a way to wake her up, maybe she can help solve the situation in Gurabad.
Well, be careful. You may find... You mean, there are other dangers in Gur... It's a sensible assumption to make. The moment we arrived in Caravan Rebod, the Irminsul anomaly started spreading in that direction. Now we've moved to the desert, and to call it a coincidence would be a stretch.
Don't worry, we've gotten a lot stronger since our last stint in Sumeru.
It appears the monsters native to the desert have been stirred by the Jinn.
You should get going. We'll take care of things here. You too.
Don't do anything too risky. You got it?
Try and stop me!
The Jinn are swarming out of Gurabad! Looks like our visit was right! Let's get inside and see what's going on!
The mage knows me.
You two! Time to end them! Rev the engines!
They just keep coming! How many of these things are there?
Target spotted! All units at the ready.
Tough fight.
The Fatui? They must be using this place as a stronghold! Are they the ones behind all this?
Suffer the wrath of the... Ugh. Get to work! Wrath from the skies! Try and stop me! Take too long.
One with nature.
Show no mercy!
Fighting Jinn with one hand and Fatui with the other? This is pure chaos!
Into the wind. The wind knows me.
Extract!
One with nature. Fallen leaves, adorn my night. The wind knows me.
Get to work! You two! Time to end them! Light up the blazing sun! Incinerate!
strange machine? Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that that's the thing wrecking Gurabad and setting all those dangerous Jinn free!
The target has reached the core zone. Requesting backup. Repeat, requesting backup.
Backup en route. Stop him at all costs.
Careful! They're back again!
Pyroclastic surge! Do it.
Nice one, Traveler! Let's keep going! Jim's gone kaput! Now we can finally...
It seems my subordinates failed to stop you in your tracks.
Apologies, sir.
There is no need to apologize. You did well to hold your ground against such a power...
So, you're in charge here, huh? First the problems with Irminsul, now this mess in Gurabad? Are you the ones responsible for all this?
I'm afraid I cannot answer that. I assume you aren't naive enough to expect answers.
Oh, this guy is so... However you want to spin it, you're clearly involved in this somehow. So you can either start talking, or we'll have to make you talk. Let's get him! Traveler, what's wrong?
You're remarkably calm. Some would act more rashly upon finding the ringleader all alone. But you keep your cool, even as you...
Did you show yourself just to say that?
Is this you trying to take back control of the conversation? I am here merely...
Hey! Don't treat us like we're some kind of exotic animals in a zoo!
Oh, I wouldn't dream of it. You seem rather predisposed to misunderstand me. I'm quite aware that you are both heroes of great renown. I've been following your adventures with great admiration.
What do you mean, admiration? Sorry, but that sounds pretty weird coming from you.
I don't see why. We may happen to occupy opposing sides.
Well, now that you're observing us up close...
I've observed as keenly as I can. Yet, violence is not my area of expertise either. Besides, I've heard that even 3 moons in the sky...
3 moons?
So you have a connection with the Harbinger, the Doctor.
Well deduced. Our commander, Dottore, died in Nodcry. But there are things that do not... Look at me. I almost divulged...
What are you after? Revenge for Dottore?
I've said quite enough, I believe. There's no point in continuing this conversation. I'll take that as a yes. Then I'm sure you'll have heard the story of this place. It was right here that Lilupar once helped the wise to ascend to the throne. But from that, these degenerate rulers lost control over their nation.
What are you trying to say?
I once admired you for your adventures. That is the earnest truth. Are these rules truly just? Does the heavenly principles rule with wisdom or folly? And how can we be sure that the 7 who...
Do you seriously think you're gonna convince us of...
Convince you? I'm sure my commander... If a few words from a stranger were enough to make someone completely change their stance, it would only prove... I am merely stating my position, so that we might understand each other better. As for what game I'm playing here, I'm simply buying some time. It was a wise decision not to attack me immediately. Since you did not fall for my ambush, I will now have to ask those in hiding to reveal...
Leave this to us, sir.
Very well. I trust you to do what is necessary. Stall him while I execute the next... Sumeru City, Irminsul.
Hey! Stop right there! Don't you dare leave without explaining yourself!
All units, stop them! Protect the commander!
Did you hear that? He mentioned Sumeru City and Irminsul! He definitely knows something! We can't let him get away! Get rid of these pesky soldiers, quick!
One with nature.
Rear guard to the front. Don't let them through.
Into the wind.
Try and stop me!
Get that thing in position!
The wind knows me.
Hold on! Just a little longer!
Extract!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night. Into the wind.
Suffer the wrath of Eastling! Show them with light of the blazing sun!
We finally beat them! That mysterious guy can't have gotten far! Let's catch up with him! Found him! Over here!
You're very persistent.
Hey, you! Stop running and explain yourself! What are you trying to... What's this?
Relax. A small trap like this won't be enough to hold you. The sandstorms from Gurabad will die down soon enough, but... Don't be discouraged. I knew that someone would come here eventually, so I planned where to chat with you, which door to exit from, even which mechanism. You, meanwhile, know nothing of who I am. So far, you've only heard my voice, and for all you know. But not to worry. This is only our first meeting.
Just answer me one last question.
Follow isn't quite the right word. Let's just say even those you see as villains have their friends, even if they aren't the most sincere of friendship. When any set of rules is established, there will be those who benefit and those who lose out. People will do anything to justify what they have gained. Neither he nor I are tolerated by the rules of this world. We were both searching for a new order. Our ideas of the final form that should take... Goodbye, Traveler and Paimon. I wish you a timely escape. Albeit not too soon. I will need a little more time to prepare.
Hey! Come back! Wait, this dark wall. We've seen these on our... I'm sorry! She shouldn't have jumped a gun! Oh, okay. He may have fooled us this time, but we'll get it back!
Sino and his team are guarding the north. We'll take this side.
There's so many Jin. We can't let them get into Aru Village. Don't fret. I am well prepared for this situation.
Huh. So you have a solution?
Perhaps you're unaware that I have a trusty genie partner of my own, Plumpy. If I send her to negotiate with the others, this whole thing... Off you go, Plumpy! Come on, what's the holdup? 5,000 Mora. 20,000 Mora. 100,000 Mora. Final offer.
Ah, so she's a hired partner.
Hired partners are reliable too. Plumpy here is a highly skilled negotiator. You'll see. Just a few words from her and... Plumpy! Don't you Jin have any respect for the rules? This was supposed to be a negotiation. You wanna play rough? Two can play at that game.
Looks like it's up to us now. Be careful.
Yes, Master. How did I pass out? Never mind. Maybe it's time for revenge.
You know, this reminds me of when you first arrived in a video forest. You were trying to help a child retrieve a lost toy when you stumbled upon Spino Crocodile territory by mistake.
Yeah, I remember. Our first time fighting side by side.
Fighting side by side? I seem to recall swooping in to rescue you with a team of forest rangers.
Please stop.
One with the forest. Seal. And shroud.
There's too many of them. I can't believe I used 12 rare items in one battle. Ugh, I should...
Tainari, how's the situation on your end?
We held the line, though it was a close call. But it looks like they're preparing for another attack.
They've breached our defenses in the south. The Jin are pouring in. We're moving the villagers to the north as we speak.
We're hemmed in. This is getting precarious.
That's why we wanted to confirm your status. We need to consider our next move carefully.
Bad news. Another line of defense has been...
Kale, go with them and assess the situation. Dory and I will...
But Master! Even with 3 of...
This is not a discussion, Kale. Don't worry about us. She clearly still has plenty of...
Wait! You can't pin all your hopes... Oh, great. I've almost run out of the... Master...
Need any help?
Huh?
What is it, Kale?
If things continue like this, it won't be long before Aru Village is overrun by Jin, and the sandstorms are sure to follow in their wake. I do have a plan.
I don't care. Whoever you...
The only one who can help is you. I am a spirit created at the beginning.
What do you mean?
It doesn't matter. You don't need to understand it.
Watch out! Jin incoming!
I am a spirit created at the beginning.
Here goes nothing. I am a spirit created at the beginning.
I am a flickering...
I am a flickering illusion. What's wrong, Plumpy? I've never seen you so agitated before.
But how do you...
Do you know what Kale is reciting?
I am the shimmering...
I am the shimmering light that flows from the eyes of the Creator!
It's a song composed by the goddess of flowers. But is Kale an avid...
Not to my knowledge.
The Jinn have actually quieted down. Although... No, it's more than that. It looks like they're showing...
Clearly, the songs left by the goddess of flowers have a...
Really? I am a spirit created at the beginning! Don't stay away! I'll stop!
It seems like the song only works when Kale...
Kale.
Any luck?
When I heard that loud rumbling in the distance, I thought the shifting sands had bust open the gates to some...
Huh? Wait! That sounds like...
It's been a long while. Did you miss me?
Jet! Ben!
Let's save the catching up for later. First, I gotta get you guys out of... This should be the right mechanism. Ben, can you hand... There we go. Come on, let's leave this place.
Full throttle! Fatui sure made themselves scarce. It's like they were never here.
The Fatui? They came to the desert again?
Yep. No idea what they're planning this time. They were being very coy about it.
How have you been, Jet?
Well, since we last met, I've started my own band of mercs. We've actually made quite a name for ourselves. Oh, yeah. On a slightly different note, I have some good news. I finally took care of Masira. Not much to write home about. It was just... he tried to talk me into seeing his point of view, as usual. But I'm way past that by now. There was nothing he could say to save his life. What about you guys? Bet you'd forgotten all about me and Ben Ben, huh?
Of course not! We're super duper best friends!
Wow. Sounds like I should make time to visit some other nations too. Anyway, what brings you to Gurabad?
Oh, right. Paimon almost forgot. We're here to look for...
Oh, that bottle?
Yeah! We need her power to calm the Jinn and stop the sandstorm. Here's hoping we actually manage to find her, after all the trouble we've been through. Surely we... Let's see. She should be around. Aha! Found her! Lillipar!
What a long dream that was. It's been a while, my master. Oh, and you're here too, little wildcat. The four of us back together again. Imagine that. After we last parted ways, I merged with the land beneath Gurabad to suppress the dark calamities stirring. It rekindled the flame of vengeance within the Jinn, depriving Gurabad of any hope of peace. I fought against it for a long... Once satisfied that that dark power could no longer bewitch the Jinn, I too fell into a deep slumber. Why have you returned to Gurabad, my master? And why is my...
Well, basically, Sumeru's in danger and a lot of our friends are affected. Some bad guys messed around with Irminsul and now we managed to chase off the culprits, but we have no idea how to seal this place back up and stop the sandstorm.
Child's play. I shall quell the Jinn and scatter the storm.
Thank you, Lilupar.
No need to thank me, my master. I have granted many wishes in my time, and this was the most trivial.
The sandstorm's gone. The sun shines. When I said that we'd meet again under a lovelier sun, this was exactly how I am.
Yay! Although, honestly, Paimon would love to hang out with you more, even if the weather sucked. Well, there shouldn't be any more Jinn breaking out, right? Are we okay to head back?
Sounds good. You can introduce us to your other friends.
Another
The storms have stopped. We should be able to get to the Temple of Silence without any problems now. Time to regroup.
Rev the engines! So, this is the Temple of Silence. I've heard the Nagarjanites mention it in passing, but I never imagined it would be this big. It's colossal.
I thought the temple moved to the rainforest ages ago. When did they scamper back into the desert?
I don't know. This plan sounds a little too risky for my liking.
Even in King Deshret's day, this was experimental technology.
Well, unless you know of another viable alternative for the...
The plan is The scale of this project is enormous. Even with Kave, Faruzan, and every other scholar of mechanics working on it full-time, the proposed modifications won't happen overnight.
you're back. Everything all right? And who are they?
Friends of yours?
Pretty much everyone in the Temple of Silence is. This guy's Kaveh, and the one next to him is Alhaitham.
Hello, I'm Jet, and this is Lilupar.
Oh, a famous name from the history books.
Pleased to meet you. A friend of a friend is a friend of mine, as they say.
Who's they?
Huh? Do people not say that?
Not in the desert. Friends you can trust, but friends of friends? Gotta keep an eye on them. Still, I do trust the Traveler's judgment. I'm sure you're good people.
The sandstorms have calmed down. I take it the Gurabot problem is resolved? What did you find?
And after getting all smarmy with us, he trapped us there. Luckily, Jet used the mechanism outside to free us, and then we got Lilupar to put a stop to the chaos.
Wow. Thanks for being there to help them.
So, this mystery man openly admitted that he was merely a Harbinger subordinate.
Yeah? Is there something
I assume you aren't naive enough to expect it. Well deduced. Our commander, Dottore, died in Nodcry.
Are you wondering about his true identity? Or do you think there's a big conspiracy behind all this?
I wouldn't go as far as to call it a conspiracy. Just the simple fact that having someone to shift the blame on tends to prove useful, should trouble come knocking. The most important thing for now is to solve the immediate problem.
This is all getting a little cryptic for me. I'll let you guys talk while I take a walk with Lilupar.
Jet?
Aren't you with the Blazing Beasts? What a coincidence. Didn't expect to run into you here.
We're mercs. You can run into us anywhere. Who's this?
So, did you find the solution you were looking for in the Temple of Silence?
You bet we did. This place is incredible. It has everything. So far, we've discussed a plan and verified its feasibility. Building a new system from scratch is out of the question. So our only option is to modify the Akasha using certain resources we hope to find in the mausoleum of King Deshret.
According to certain sources in the Temple of Silence, there is a core device in King Deshret's mausoleum known as Aru. Little is known about this. If these sources prove correct, the energy... However, this raises difficult questions regarding...
Yeah, but I'm sure they'll reach a compromise once they've argued it out. The people of the rainforest are always cautious when it comes to desert technology.
Wait, Paimon has a question. Is this the same Aru we've heard of before? It's sealed off, right? Some sort of prison where the Goat King...
Well remembered. Yes, that's exactly right. According to our records, Aru was the most brilliant creation. That being said, what Aru actually does and why it was built, until recently, I wouldn't have been optimistic that the place even exists. The only reason I'm inclined to believe...
Paimon totally gets that. When Paimon first heard about it, she thought it sounded pretty unbelievable too. Do you guys still remember that? The Ibis King told us they were
I think I remember. What causes our rise and fall, what obliterates love and hate, and...
Yeah. Oh, if only Nefer were here. She's
Not cry. Funny. She showed up here earlier.
Huh?
Yeah. Had another lady with her, too. Both said they...
Really? They came here to help out?
Yes, really. It was just before you got back. One of them said she's made Nod Cry her home. If she's the person you were talking about...
Looks like betting on Aru was the right choice.
See? They're right over there.
Nicole! Nefer!
Why, hello! It's a good thing we left early.
Locked out? What do you mean?
Oh, you haven't heard? An invisible barrier. No one can leave, and no one can...
Are the Fatui behind this too?
Actually, no. This has nothing to do with them. I suspect it's a defense mechanism within Irminsul itself. Irminsul is the source of Tevat's ley lines, after all. And Sumeru is... I imagine this function was put in place to seal the...
But doesn't that mean that the people here won't be able...
Currently, that does appear to be the case, which is precisely why I am here. This is a critical moment for the world, and Sumeru is the eye of the storm.
Paimon's surprised you managed to convince her to come back to Sumeru.
Indeed. Even for someone of my wisdom and eloquence, this tested my skills too.
And why should it concern me that Sumeru's in trouble? Surely you don't think I still have feelings for that place?
Judging by your tone, I suppose you don't.
Sounds like you don't know much about my past. And here I thought you knew.
All I know is that the Ibis King is the source of your power. He was quite a prominent. As for your past, I have ways to learn the full story if I wish to. But
I'm glad you see it that way, Miss Nicole. I've chosen to call Nodcry home, which is why I did my part in its hour of need. That doesn't mean world savings become a habit with me.
I understand. Human emotions do not appear and disappear with... Still, if time has taught me anything, it's that but that's where we angels come in. Our duty ultimately, so I wish to hear about your past, because I do not believe you are motivated by hatred alone. And if we still arrive at different conclusions in the end, that's okay.
I refuse.
Wait, what? But I set the atmosphere in it.
Is it? Maybe I'm not so good at reading the atmosphere. You're right, Nicole. There's more to me than just hatred. But I don't think that your guidance can change my mind.
Do you wish to shake them off?
No. I hope to remember them forever. Those emotions and memories.
In that case, would you like to hear my perspective, at least?
Sure. It's not every day you...
A long, long time ago, when the angels still... Monotonous work, lukewarm relationships... Things weren't... Human emotions are often attached to a person, a place, or an object. When those things are gone, the memories quickly fade, and the emotions slip away along with them. If Sumeru were destroyed, both rainforest, both love and hate are intense.
Most sophisticated. Still, I'm a special case. Someone, as much as I dislike...
How much will you... I'll be upfront with you. I don't have much more on me. If that's what you need, I could...
Just cover my travel expense.
Huh? Is that all?
That's all. Given all the people I owe favors to, I can just about justify a trip to Sumeru. Yehoda!
Here, boss! What do you need?
I'm going back to Sumeru for a while. While I'm away, you'll...
Me? I'm in charge? Whoa! Don't worry, boss. You can count on me!
And that was how the ingenious Angel Nicole brought you the perfect person for the job in your hour of need. Hip hip hooray!
That was far more detailed than necessary. Not lacking in embellishment either. I never thought I'd return. Especially not the desert. But life doesn't always go as planned, I suppose. What's Candace up to? I don't think I've seen her yet.
She's still taking care of things in our village. Should be joining us before too long. Oh, and sorry. Hope we're not interrupting anything. We have some good news, though.
We're planning to go to the mausoleum of...
According to records in the Temple of Silence, the mausoleum houses something called Aru's Shoot, which...
We still have some time before we leave, so there's no rush.
By the way, who are these two new faces?
Just call me Nefer. I'm based in Nodcry. Did I hear you mention Aru?
Correct.
Well, I happen to have a connection with one of the 3 retainers imprisoned inside, the Ibis King. I'm here to get things done, so if you don't mind, I think I should come with you.
That sounds perfect.
Miss Nefer, are you from the desert by any chance?
Why do you ask?
I don't know. There's a familiar air about you. Plus, you mentioned Candace. Sorry, I don't mean to I'm Dia, an Eremite mercenary. My work usually...
I'm on good terms with Dory, and she's mentioned you all before.
It's nice. However, my associate here is probably less well acquainted with you. Why don't you—
Actually, I'm a little better acquainted than you might think.
Huh. Are my eyes playing tricks on me?
Ventriloquism. I have—
What is it, Kale?
It's you! You're the voice who's been speaking in my— You encouraged me to report my dreams to the Dendro Archon.
Mm-hmm. I have many titles, but let's go with the most pertinent one. I am Nicole Rain, an angel who has lived since ancient time.
An angel? Sounds like a big deal, but, what?
Oh, Well, we're a rather long-living race of—
Yep, and she's also an amazing sculptor.
You could say she's a real creative type.
Well, ma'am, if both the Traveler and
Oh, please don't call me ma'am. I find it so awkward. Just relax and be yourselves. No need to be—
Miss Nicole? If it's okay.
Yes, you may. I also know which questions you want to ask me. Why did you dream of Sumeru City in disarray? Why did those verses soothe the Jinn only when recited by you? I can guide you to the truth. I thought we were going to speak alone. This is a lot more people than I was expecting.
What's wrong with it? Even the doctors at Dar al-Shifa allow patients to be accompanied by
Well, if Kale doesn't mind her secret being revealed, I have no—
Thanks for being so considerate, Miss Nicole. I don't know what secret you mean, but whatever it is, there's no need for me to hide it from my closest friends.
Closest friends? It's so nice to hear that.
All right. In that case, I'll get right to it. Kale, are you aware that there are god remains?
I am. When I was young, I got sick with Elazar. Nothing could cure it. The Fatui convinced my mom and dad that they could help. And there were a lot of other kids just like me there. This creepy guy injected us with some strange medicine, which I heard contained god remains. I can still remember anyway.
Yes. Those—
What? Fascinating. You don't seem surprised like the rest of us.
The possibility crossed my mind when Kale recited the—
I was merely passing through when I heard the name of the goddess of flowers. Be assured that you, but
Well, after the goddess passed away, eventually, the Fatui must have found a way to track some of them down. Presumably— You're more shaken than I thought.
I don't know what to say.
Well, I understand. Two good reasons.
Let me guess. Not my intent.
Goddess preserve me. I should take my leave. This boy in his wolf's head hat speaks much too differently from the Hermanubis I remember.
Kale, all I'm trying to say is,
Yeah. So about that dream I had.
Yes. Though her body and the mother of dreams?
But I still don't understand.
Yes. Why? I suspect it may be because of the firm. Of course, this doesn't. All right. Any further questions from?
Let's move out.
We all hope it'll...
Haven't you handled other big projects before?
I mean, the biggest...
Look on the bright side. At least this time you're actually here when Sumeru needs you most. You won't have to come asking me for details.
Mock me all you want. But now that I'm here, think...
Kaveh self-doubt.
Well, this...
I hope everyone's ready. We'll be arriving at our destination very shortly.
Would you mind coming with me to buy a copy of today's newspaper?
Why, we've not seen... closer in...
You surmise correctly.
Oh, no? Why, you've even put a smile on Goatee and... I know that laugh. Lilapar?
Oh, this is hilarious. When did you three get locked up in here?
Why, you... Yes, I know, no. But didn't King Dash...
Who knows? Perhaps you can ask my master one day, should you ever get... Behold, the executioners of old. It's almost tragic, watching lowly prisoners like you act all self-important.
I'm starting to take...
Time is of the essence. Let's get down to business. We come to you, O three ancient lords, to request your assistance on behalf of the Academia. If we can, as for precisely what we need your help with.
All right. But do you really have a way to answer them? You want, unless, with the passage of time,
You could say so. When you first asked me what determines truth and falsehood, my answer was liars are the best at seeing through...
I think that makes sense.
I found it quite compelling myself, and I told...
Well, that's simply because it was my answer, not the one King Deshret was looking for.
Can you guess which answer Allah?
Time. And that's not only the answer to the final question. All things wax and wane with the passage of time. Love and hate eventually fade into nothing. Current affairs are always fraught with conflict and controversy. You once described King...
Indeed. Perhaps... This is the most eventful day I have experienced.
Are those 3 of the 7 pillars?
Turns out the statues were quite...
You 3 seem to be in good spirits.
Prison can help a person... Hello, Nefer.
It's good to see.
Nice.
Should we maybe introduce ourselves?
Sure. I'm Sethos, the current leader of the Temple of Silence.
Everything is equally new to us, in truth. We've been gone from this mortal world for longer than you can imagine.
Let's hold off on the introduction.
You're like a helpless parent. Gods and people of yore are not necessarily welcome in today's world. Self-awareness is one of my...
Is that so? Well, I think...
Fair point. I have to applaud your persistence.
And I must praise you for your wisdom.
I'm sorry?
Why, your tremendous accomplishments deserve a reward, do they not? You must let us do something for you in return.
General Mahamatra, what do you think?
I won't beat around the bush. Sumeru is facing a crisis the likes of which have never been seen before.
Every calamity throughout the ages has been connected to us in one way or another, whether we were its cause or consequence.
Whatever is wrong with
the Dendro?
Not a pep, surely. Not vicious, cruel, a pep who possesses no virtues aside from her bait.
Oh, I shudder to think what could have caused less...
You can help us make history, too.
A smooth talker.
Currently, no one can connect to Irminsul. We hope that by opening up Aru and making some modifications to it, we can use its technology to our advantage.
Unfortunately, Aru is an imp... Besides, I hear your reasons, but to give Aru up over such would...
The archaeological records clearly indicate that although Aru's construction took a long time, it was not beyond human means to achieve.
This is by no means a threat. But the only reason we helped you escape from Aru was to gain... You asked us to state our wishes, and we have.
What do we think, my fellow old fogies? Shall we lend our support or not?
Since you ask so nicely, naturally.
Naturally what? Are you for or against?
I simply mean we shall do what comes naturally. You claim that you wish to open Aru.
We do. We understand the risks involved.
In all likelihood, the mortal world will never again be able to replicate King Deshret's work. Never will there be another chance to come so close to creating a utopia. Knowing this, are you sure of your decision?
We are sure. Before people can dream, they must first live.
If your minds are made up, very well. We shall summon our erstwhile colleagues to discuss this further. Saint Chesepank, Saint Bennu, once you surrendered to silence and were...
Saint Bennu, responding to your call. 3 kings detected. Initiating autonomous will.
Saint Then your trust in my well-being has long outlived your physical body. You have always opened with that same phrase, in life, death, and now even beyond.
Al-Akmar is long gone. What is the reason for this meeting?
You're awake? Good. We are voting on whether to give the people of present-day
Aru is the pride of Al-Ahmar. Opening Aru requires the unanimous consent of the 7 pillars.
Sumeru is currently in the midst of a major calamity. Let us not forget that while Al-Ahmar was a stern ruler, he was also a teacher of wisdom. A god without his people shall cease to exist, and King...
I do not mean to mock these proceedings, but what is the point of a unanimous vote when we know that the last of the 7 pillars, the Dendro Dragon Apep, will never communicate with us?
This will no doubt surprise your mechanical mind, and I have no intention of trying to persuade you.
Huh? Can someone attest?
I ask the...
Naturally, the Eye...
What?
It was Thoth's disciples who revealed the truth to us. We need not debate its veracity.
Perish, you diabolical fiend!
I awakened our former colleagues for you.
I miss the days when Hermanubis was still around. At times like this,
What are you trying to say? Is my work...
Hypocrite though you are, Lord Thoth, you are humorous in equal measure. How could we bear not to associate with...
Since King Deshret is no more, remember, to take this step...
We understand that well, and we have decided to proceed regardless.
King Deshret's creation...
Hermanubis' representative and the Dendro Dragon up by the grace of his...
What's this? Oh, no.
Here you are.
Father.
It's Chet's father, Jibriel!
I smell blood and sand.
You have to leave, don't you?
This meeting is that the dead should meet. Do not weep for me, Jet. I know you will accomplish many great things in your life. You will go further and climb higher than I ever did. All I ask is that you take good care of yourself.
Father! Father! Father.
Hey, Jet. Do you want something to eat?
I'm fine. Thanks, Paimon. It was just a little sudden. The chance to see my father again meant the world to me. He was trapped in the golden slumber for our sake. And now...
You've grown strong, Jet. More than enough to fend for yourself.
Yeah. I'll leave the past in my memory. Goodbye, Father.
Ah, me, what a touching reunion. We three retainers, once imprisoned for our... Although Aru was... As for your proposed renovation...
It matters not. The Ibis King shall be accountable if any problems arise. Ibis?
If I'd known all of us? What does this...
Vilify me no further. Using unseen...
Amazing.
With technology from...
All right. Will that result?
Why, yes. Fresh air. I might have had some recommendation.
I could not...
As I thought. The so-called 7 pillars of King Deshret are as underwhelming.
What do you mean? Not a fan of the boys' club?
As men, as individuals, and even as gods, they are Al-Akhmar once commanded me to select a king from among the people. So naturally my eyes will open only for one who is worthy.
Ugh. Can we talk about something else? It all sounds pretty complicated.
You think this is a mere story? Well, many would also say that the journey you Little girl, it appears that you really have grown. In the past, you would have flown into a blind rage at my words, but now you...
Oh, it's nothing. I just feel like getting all pissed at someone for telling the truth is pointless. You know,
this alone is proof enough of your growth. You're doing well, my dear girl. You're becoming...
You think so?
You must be Sethos, the success...
Yep. That's me. Nefer, right? That's what I heard the others calling you. Judge...
That's right. Started off in the desert, went to the rainforest.
Huh. Well, this is interesting. You don't see...
Maybe I'm looking to make some new friends.
I like making friends, too. I'm easier to talk to than Sino and a little more streetwise.
Which is why you came over this way, giving me the chance to strike up a conversation with you. I think you did fine. You were mindful of my attitude and hoped to lure me in through sentiment.
Lure you in isn't exactly how I...
An invitation to
put down your luggage. Lay down your burdens. To return to your homeland. And be true...
You're a more interesting heir to Bamun than I was expecting.
Since you're familiar with my grandfather, I'll assume you're aware of our situation. I'd like to make friends with you. And I think you'd... Not to mention the power you and I both hold. Originally belonged to the...
Aha. There we go. Now we're getting some...
Do you hear that? Sounds like your teacher.
Huh. Classic.
Did you see her? She's a former Vahumana student who dropped out of the academia.
How can you tell? Do the Matra have information?
Some, but nothing telling. I'm basing it on the fact that she seems to...
A sixth sense for liars after investigating?
Yep. What about you?
A little earlier, in the corner. I know...
She's meticulous.
Besides, what was it you said?
It's true.
Sure, but...
Don't worry. I have my methods.
Ah, I see.
You must be the ones tasked by the Academy.
That's right. Good afternoon.
We've met before. This is Thoth, the Ibis King. And everyone knows—
I've only ever seen these two in murals.
Ah, the paintings in the temple. They show us chatting, playing cards. No, only you enjoy playing chess. We were just human.
I wouldn't go that far.
Back to the matter at hand. A preliminary assessment by the Academia indicates that this project requires expertise, the most capable mind—
The artisans who built Aru for Al-Ahmar gave their very lives to create this splendid work.
I didn't know that. We'll do our best, of course, but we certainly won't be sacrificing our—
Such brazen words. Humans these days are a far cry from their—
No, that's not what he meant. Please, don't mind him. He shares your sentiments, just not your, penchant for hyperbole. Assuming that's what you were going—
I just think it's important to manage expectations.
Forgive my lack of courtesy, but we simply can't sacrifice our lives to the gods on completion of the project like people in the legends of old. Here's a first draft of the project proposal for your perusal. Please let us know if you have any requests. Normally, I'd have made it look a lot more visually appealing, but we were really—
Naturally.
If my fellow ministers deem this meager display of respect—
Why are you so preoccupied with the ostentatious displays of respect to Al-Ahmar?
Exactly. This is Aru's mainframe.
We certainly will.
You may attempt to lay out—
King Deshret always—
Is that true?
Naturally.
Have you noticed that the Goat King keeps giving superficial responses? It's like he's just going through the motions and leaving the real debate to his colleague.
He understands the art of perfunct—
Excuse me for
You're mistaken.
You? Whatever. I knew it'd be like this working with you. All right, let me past. I need to look at this console.
It's your job to activate it, after all. Let's begin. Everyone, please proceed with the external—
Hello there, youngsters.
Whoa, the Ibis King came to life.
What do you mean, came to life? I've been—
You did say we could start our research, right? Are you having second thoughts?
I've reviewed the proposal. The work you're planning to carry out on this grand device is ambitious.
I wouldn't say I'm feeling hugely confident, but given how bad things are—
You are the top scholars of your day. I trust you are aware that there are countless—
Aru and the Akasha?
I thought the Akasha was the Academia's greatest technological accomplishment.
And you too? Do you not know either?
You've read the instruction manual, right? You tell—
An instruction manual? The Akasha has an instruction manual? The Dendro Archon—
It used to sit on a shelf in the corner at the House of Dana. Not the most popular. If the manual is to be believed, Aru was—
What? But there are so few records of—
but this is something you could not possibly have known. You may have heard many stories about—
I'm from Vahumana. It's— well—
Precisely. And a large part of veracity is the chrono— I may as well tell you. Then she created the Jinn. And it was the first, and all the great changes in Sumeru's history began. So grieved was King Desh, and so the Akasha was inspired.
Well, if the two share a common technological origin—
Unbelievable. Have you no reverence at all for celestial technology?
No, I do, but there's no time for that. The schedule is too tight.
Perhaps you could try—
You know what it's like?
Yeah, also, Sir Ibis King, you don't plan—
Yes, well,
Neither.
Still, if Aru is so powerful—
Because it was never fully complete. In the beginning, his wish was to create something that could rival what he desired, she bestowed. And thus was knowledge brought into the world. Her courage and sacrifice had to be honored with, and that monument, built from knowledge and technology, etched with a sacrificial and courageous love. At that time, King Deshret said the following to the Lord of Dendro. Since we share an eternal covenant, I shall never be your enemy. Remember, it is not that in the end, Aru was only used to store a portion of the souls. It was...
So the point you're making is, you could see this as an act of mercy, but you could...
This explains why Aru...
You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all Love is the same. All right, let us pause the story here. Who's in charge again?
Ah, yes, me and him.
Now then. Wisdom hides in the space between by the power of Ki...
Where did this come from? Is it a...
It looks more like some form of externalized information. You've rendered it...
Just as the Akasha allows you to access a greater range of knowledge. This is no ordinary mechanism. Whether you choose to
looks... Turn around.
So that's where the elevator... Sight clear. Obelisks were used to record important information in the ancient desert civilization. Hey, I've sent it to your screen.
Got it. It's so...
Take a look and tell me what it says.
Let's start with... Looks like cultural...
If words thrown together...
Well, as...
It is
All right, well, I guess I'll... Found some more. Sending...
These are all reports about the Gurubad conflict.
Can we delete them?
I'd say so.
What if there are details in there that Vahumana...
They'll just have to live with it. If we don't resolve these issues...
Yeah, you're right. Okay, done. There's some other similar monuments nearby. I'll check them out. Another monument.
Hold on.
You're still reading it?
It records the development and governance of the Oasis.
Is it important?
Some of it. There was no way for me to read the whole thing and—
What about the artisans' records? What do they mention?
They're speculations, mostly.
Sounds like pure mythology to me. Surely that—
The records do emphasize that this was merely their conjecture based on various myths.
Even that got
Is that truly necessary?
No, the blueprints are important. I think that should—
It meets the requirements of the contingency plans, so we should—
I gotta say, it's the strength. It's like drift.
Chasing dreams.
What happens if—
That won't.
All right.
What? I expected that the outside world...
It should hardly come as a surprise.
I assumed that was just a one-off. Don't you think...
Surely a sign that he is a...
The rest of them, though... Oh, really? Well...
And now you hit the crux of the issue. Thus, in giving his approval to Nefer, Thoth is simply validating himself.
You have some... Shut up, Chess. What nonsense.
How can you engage in... All three of you are...
Ah, but Bennu. Oh. I miss... Isn't this simply proof...
Here.
Naturally.
How's it going?
Well enough, I suppose. You know how it is. The work itself is only half the problem. The other half...
I'm sure the feeling is mutual.
As if... I just think that some people...
Agreed. Case in point, you didn't make
old habits.
Actually, this is for your...
Naivete is another old habit.
I had assumed that...
Definitely not. We were assigned...
As much as I'd love to be doing normal work for normal clients, these Titan...
I'm sure you've prepared yourself mentally, but I still feel the need to advise you to lower your expectations. It might...
I know!
Why don't you come help me with my forest patrols? Might help you avoid any further...
Good suggestion, but unfortunate...
For once, I actually agree. There is zero chance of us ever resolving our differences.
But even... I'm glad to see you making progress.
Don't act so smug! It'd be nice if you made some too.
I feel like even I've made some progress today. And
apologizing probably makes it sound like
I was just kidding. Truth be told, I don't have any work to do at the moment.
How's Kale?
She's studying with Nicole. I'm not sure how she's getting along, but she seems to be in good spirits.
I wouldn't worry. Angelic affairs are probably above your pay grade anyway.
I know what you mean, but Sino and I are still a little concerned for her. He said he'd go keep Kale company after he's finished training the mercenaries. I'm planning to join them myself shortly.
Kale will be okay. Have faith in her. Even we can see how much more confident and outgoing she's become in the...
On her own 2 feet.
Does it feel bittersweet? Watching the younger generation grow up and move on?
No, not yet, at least. I was just thinking. I wish there was more...
She'll be fine.
Yeah, she will.